Hey everybody, how you guys doing this evening? I'm not going to be long with you guys. I just want to give you guys a short update of what happened today. I know a couple of people was asking me what was happening behind the scene while we were off camera. Well, I think I saw Nick in here. Where's Nick at? Where is Nick? Nick, are you still in this chat? I saw a message from you. Hey guys, let me fix my clothes. Sorry. I have to try to fix my clothes here. Is Nick still in here? What about FPF production? PFPM? FPF production? Where's Nick? Hey everybody. I am not going to stay on long at all. He said YouTube be hating. It's okay, Marley. It's all right that they be hating on me. One day they're going to be sorry because I'm going to be off of there. Okay. Nick said that, I'm sorry, Sylvia, I walked out the wrong door. Nick, I told you to wait for me. Wait for me. I was going to show you how to get out. Oh, poor Nick, y'all. Nick is such a cool guy. I met Nick. I met FNF Production. I think that's the name. Sorry if I got it wrong. And I met another young lady who's going to law school. She was there today. Then, of course, I met Woody's attorney. I talked to him today, too. We're using the back channel? Okay. I'm looking for Nick, y'all. Thank you, Susan. What was I saying? I was saying something. What was I saying? Yeah, she's talking so loud. They're about to go to my niece's graduation. I'm not going because, I'm doing the YSL stuff. I thought I was bugging LOL. You look good, Sylvia. Oh, yeah, I got to show off my body, y'all. I got to show off my body. I'm like so geek, y'all. I'm so geek of my weight loss. I'm so geek because my clothes is like fitting really loose. I'm so geek. I'm so geek. Hold on, let me show y'all. Nick needs to tell y'all how slim I look. Hold on. No, tell him how slim I look. I'm so geek, y'all. Look at my clothes getting too big on me. So geek. So geek. I just got to show off. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's not appropriate. But, you got to do it when you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get geeked up. When I get ready to do those interviews on a red carpet, I got to be ready, y'all. I got to be slim and ready, right? Slim Shady, right? Just joking. I'm just joking, y'all. It just got to be geeky. Yeah. You see what I'm eating tonight? Because I didn't even get a chance to eat. But new stuff. Thank you, Tia. Welcome. You are Pisces too? Uh-oh. Thank you for the weight loss. Congratulations. But anyway, guys, let me go ahead and finish telling you guys what if Nick was here, Nick, are you in the chat? If you're in the chat, Nick, please tell them what Woody said when he was walking out that door and you asked me, did my camera catch what he just said? Can you please tell the people what he said? Yes, Miss Unpopular. It's coming. It's coming on Miss Popular. Could you please tell him? It was such he was upset, y'all. He was very, very, very upset. Because he asked how long is it gonna take for as far as the video. He says he had asked how much longer on the video. And I said, it's probably going to be all day. He's like, what? He was upset about that. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all the whole thing with the public defender and all that. Okay. Today, it was pretty boring. They had so much technical issues with the sound. People wasn't ready with stuff. As unprepared can be, as usual. It was boring. Did I get your $1 on Cash App, Larry? Larry asked me, did I get $1? I don't know, Larry. But it was very, very, very boring. The most exciting part was during the during them trying to fix the system. You had a whole bunch of people trying to fix it, and nobody knew what they were doing. Then the IT guy came and he fixed it right away. So the judge was really frustrated after a while. I don't know why this case is not dismissed with prejudice, because the stuff that is going on, unpreparedness, information not being given to the defendants on time, and it's just a lot of mess. It's a hot mess, y'all. It's a hot mess. I can tell you one thing. The end, y'all, the jurors was upset. Because remember, Judge Glanville made all these promises. Remember when they were doing the voir dire of the jury selection? Remember some of the things that they had asked about was what they were doing about no, remember they were doing the voir dire. He promised them that if they need any days off and things like that, they would go ahead. They would go ahead. He would go ahead and accommodate them, right? Remember that? Well, y'all heard what Judge Whitaker said. Let me just go ahead and play the last part, what she said to them, and you guys listen. I don't know if you can hear the grumbling of the jurors. I don't know if you can hear the grumbling of the jurors, but they were really, really, really upset. They were upset. Hold on a second. Let me get my channel here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me bring this up. They were very upset.
All right, y'all can be seated.
I think we just let up there. It went out and it's back. Okay, anything we need to think about before or put on the record before we see each other at 8:45 in the morning?
Your Honor, we just want to make sure that the June redactions are okay, because we plan on going from February 21st to the June.
calculated. Okay, all right, let's stop for the day then. All right,
Can I go?
yes, be back here at 9 in the morning.
I don't get no sleep, Judge. Can I come like at 10, 11?
Sorry.
He wants to come in at 10, 11. He said, sorry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give y'all an idea about scheduling moving forward. What I am planning to do is, for the most part, be here from 9 a.m. to 5 to 5:30. Obviously, it kind of depends on what a witness is saying if we're about to wrap up. But
You heard that 9:30 to 5 of, I mean, not the 9:30. 9 o'clock to about 5 or 5:30, right? Just listen to what the juror asked.
I am not gonna be able to accommodate regular leaving.
You heard that. She's not going to be able to accommodate the regular leaving. Because remember, when Judge Glanville was there, they would have at least like one day every other week to be off one day, because some of them said that they have like doctor's appointment and they may have something that they need to take care of. Remember that? Because you have one person that's on there that's kind of sickly. They go to the doctor often. Well, two people, the guy and the lady.
Being early. I mean, if there is some specific one day XYZ is going on, please raise it. But I can't just be like, oh, we're gonna quit at 2 every Tuesday or something like that. I mean, I can't do that. We've got too much to get through here. So I know y'all already had been given all of next week off. So y'all will be out August 19th through 23rd. We are also going to be out Thursday and Friday, August 29th and 30th. And then obviously Monday, September 2nd, that's Labor Day weekend, Labor Day. We will definitely be out. November 11th is Veterans Day. That's a county and state holiday, I think. And then assuming we're still going, Thanksgiving, at least Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, November 27th, 28th, and 29th. You want me to repeat that one? Okay. So November 11th and then November 27th through 29th, and out December 23rd through January 1st. I'm not saying that is the only days we'll be out, but those are the ones I know of right now. But generally speaking, it's going to be a 9 to 5 or 5:30 schedule, so that we can maybe not be here by Christmas and New Year's. I don't know. But anyway, so I wanted to let y'all know those dates that I know right now. And then I want to remind y'all that you all need to decide the case based only on the evidence that you hear in this courtroom and the law that I'm going to give to you. And what that means is don't conduct any of your own research about the case. Don't visit any places. Don't try to find out anything from the internet or any other source about the case or about anybody involved in the case or about the law. And do not watch or listen to or read any accounts of this trial that might be in any news media, online, print, television, radio, social media, any of that. Stay away from all of that. And remember, don't discuss the case with anybody or allow them to discuss it with you. And that includes amongst yourselves until you get to the deliberations phase. Remember to leave your notes and notebooks in the jury room. Remember to wear your juror badges when you're coming to and leaving from the courthouse, and any time that you're in or around the courthouse. Okay. Thank you for your attention today, and we will see y'all at 9 in the morning.
Okay, folks. We have 982 people in this chat, and we only have 200 and something likes. Can we get the numbers up, please? Can we get the numbers up? Can we do that? Thank you, Margerio Harris. Thank you. All right, guys. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. You want me to rewind it? Okay, hold on a second. He wants me to rewind it.
All right, y'all can be seated.
I think we just the 5 or 5:30. Be back here at.
At least the line name ain't, but I mean, but you a little D still cool now. You know what I'm saying?
My date, regular leaving early. I mean, if there is some specific one day XYZ is going on, please raise it. But I can't just be like, oh, we're going to quit at 2 every Tuesday or something like that. I mean, I can't do that. We've got too much to get through here. So, I know y'all already had been given all of next week off. So y'all will be out August 19th through 23rd. We are also going to be out Thursday and Friday, August 29th and 30th. And then obviously Monday, September 2nd, that's Labor Day weekend, Labor Day. We will definitely be out. November 11th is Veterans Day. That's a county and state holiday, I think. And then assuming we're still going Thanksgiving, at least Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, November 27th, 28th, and 29th. You want me to repeat that one? Okay. So November 11th and then November 27th through 29th, and out December 23rd through January 1st. I'm not saying that is the only days we'll be out, but those are the ones I know of right now. But generally speaking, it's going to be a 9 to 5 or 5:30 schedule, so that we can maybe not be here by Christmas and New Year's. I don't know. But anyway, so wanted to let y'all know those dates that I know right now. And then I want to remind y'all that you all need to decide the case based only on the evidence that you hear in this courtroom and the law that I'm going to give to you. And what that means is don't conduct any of your own research about the case. Don't visit any places. Don't try to find out anything from the internet or any other source about the case or about anybody involved in the case or about the law. And do not watch or listen to or read any accounts of this trial that might be in any news media, online, print, television, radio, social media, any of that. Stay away from all of that. And remember, don't discuss the case with anybody or allow them to discuss it with you. And that includes amongst yourselves until you get to the deliberations phase. Remember to leave your notes and notebooks in the jury room. Remember to wear your juror badges when you're coming to and leaving from the courthouse and any time that you're in or around the courthouse. Okay. Thank you for your attention today, and we will see y'all at 9 in the morning.
Okay. Good. I'm okay.
All right, y'all can be seated.
I think we just let up there. It went out and it's back. Okay. Anything we need to think about before or put on the record before we see each other at 8:45 in the morning?
Your Honor, we just want to make sure that the June redactions are okay, because we plan on going from February 21st to the June redaction. So we want to make sure we don't have any issues
Okay.
with that.
I don't know. Have y'all had a chance to look at those? Okay, y'all endeavor to look at those tonight and let Miss Hilton know as soon as you can if there are any issues, and think through what all we might be doing tomorrow and the next day, and think about issues that might arise with whatever that is that we're doing tomorrow and the next day. And I'm just going to run through what I've got on my list for us to tackle next week while the jury is out. And remember, Monday will start at noon. Tuesday will start at noon. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday should be regular, all day days. And this is in no particular order other than how I jotted it down. We have Mr. Nichols' motion to exclude the late identified co-conspirator statements. And Mr. Harvey, you weren't with us yesterday, but I wanted you, if you can, to identify which those are. And if you can do that now, that'd be great.
Am I up? Well, I think I don't know what the answer was yesterday, but
The answer yesterday was, we're not really sure.
okay. Well, the motion was directed towards the same argument we've had, generally speaking, before. Number one, we went through all of this last year in November of 2023. Judge Glanville said, well, give us what you intend to introduce as co-defendant, as co-conspirator statements 801D2E.
Right.
The state provided 3. And again, I'm just repeating myself. So our motion was a renewed motion to say, look, anything they've given us now in August of 2024 should be excluded. So it's kind of global.
All right, can I ask a little more specifically? I know that they had just provided or identified statements that were within the wiretaps.
Yes.
Is it those?
It is, among others. That's included in anything, and we'll make that more specific since we just got that. But our first, plan A is, hey, Judge, don't let them use any of that. Plan B is we'll be more specific with regard to what we consider to be inadmissible in the wiretap, and that may take some time.
Okay, so other than what's in the wiretaps, are there other co-conspirator statements that you believe are only, now late identified?
I think there may be some jail calls.
Okay.
Not of Mr. Nichols, but of others.
All right, I need you to be real specific in the next couple of days and get something filed by close of business Friday that identifies exactly what. And if it is everything that they just gave you and identified as the wiretap stuff, I mean, that's fine. You'll know what that is. If there's anything else, let me know that. And then you don't have to file, but if you can put together something sort of like, what I think Mr. Shart had it can be in an email, but something, and Mr. Steele had, I think, filed a motion. I don't care how you do it, but just give me and them something that is, okay, it's this part of this statement for this reason. And then I'll, of course, hear from them to establish whether it is, in fact, satisfying the evidentiary rules or not. But so that next week we can target and be targeted about what we're dealing with. Can you do that for me?
I will give it we will give it our best efforts.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Your Honor,
Yes.
can I just comment on that with Mr. Harvey? See, Mr. Harvey, I was helping him open these files on his computer, which he doesn't fully understand.
He's old
But-
school.
Yeah, I know, he's old school, so I had to, so in these files that the state has sent us,
Right.
and there's, and I mentioned this the other day, there's somewhere between 150 and 200.
Okay, guys. The reason why I'm playing this, I wanted to bring to you guys' attention something I brought to you guys' attention a couple of days ago in regarding to Little Rod's case, remember? And I want you to hear what DA Love said about it. Because you guys remember I told you to put it in the back of your mind so when it comes up, I could remind you of the stuff that I did and I found out for you guys. Remember I told y'all about that, right? And I mentioned about he had something in Cobb County, and also there was something that happened in Fulton County. Remember I told you guys that? And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but you guys know I'm gonna say we because we did it as a collective group because we talked about it, right? Nobody knew about that. But I brought it to you guys' attention about that they were getting stuff and putting it on this case because they're constantly building this case. Okay? They're constantly building this case. You guys remember Brooklyn. And I showed you the article and everything. Remember? Okay? But people are not getting stuff like that. We're doing the work. People get the information afterwards. Now, Thugadeli, he does the work. He does the work as well. So I just wanted to remind you guys where I lack, he got. Where he lack, I got. So we got you guys covered on both sides. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Kat. But let me go ahead and y'all listen to what she said. Y'all, this is such a shame. How can you build case on top of case on top? And I told you, remember I said, why did they move him over there to Cobb County? Remember we talked about that? We talked about that. And this is not normal, guys. This is not a way you present a case. This is not how you do a case. There's stuff that's being done that's not, to me, it seems like corruption. To me, I'm giving you my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know any other way to say it. I don't. It's just unethical. Thank you, genuine. Thank you. Unethical. It's crazy. But listen to what she said. You still building a case. You have stuff happening in the jail, and you're gonna add it to their case. That's not normal. You know what I'm saying? That's not normal. Something has to be done. Something has to be done. And if she allows it, that I don't know what to. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Go back and look at my last live, not the last, where it talks about Little Rod. Go back to that live because I was in detail. I read the article and I showed you his picture and everything. Okay, and I told you he's over there in Cobb County. Nobody knew he was over there in Cobb County. It's. I don't even know how to. I don't know. But just listen to what Love says, okay?
Calls, and they're like not all, but some of them are 5 minutes, some of them are 15 minutes, and then there's they're wiretap calls.
Yeah.
Some of them are longer than that, and to the extent that we're supposed to, we're gonna follow what Your Honor says, but the reality is, you're asking us to identify things
that you don't even know if they're going to use.
We don't.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just the whole point. Haven't been put on notice.
So then we don't exactly have from the state, because I don't know if I got copied on it, but if I did, I didn't look at it yet because that's not really my job. But So y'all have said, here's this 15-minute phone call. Y'all haven't said statement where so-and-so says XYZ at minute 5. Is that right? You've just said, here's the entirety of this.
That's correct. We've identified, obviously, we've given them the information 2 years earlier, but we have
Right.
identified specific calls that contain co-conspirator
Okay.
statements.
But you have not yet identified within the call, here's the co-conspirator statement that I intend to introduce.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All
That's
right, which makes that a whole lot more difficult for everybody. So then it needs to get specifically, particularly identified so that they can then know, okay, yeah, this is, or this is not, or here's what the issue is with it. And we're going to be deciding it next week. So, all right, then
Do I
you
get
can
a vote?
hold off on
I was looking
until
for
you
the
get
brief.
what they actually
Thank you.
are identifying as, here is the actual statement we assert to be a co-conspirator statement that we intend to use.
Thank
Think
you.
also about whether y'all intend to use it, not just could it pass as one, okay? All right, so that's one thing. We are going to do the motion in limine regarding the PowerPoint. The state is going to get to the defense what y'all actually propose to use. You mentioned yesterday if there's some slides you won't use at all, some slides you won't have the writing on them. So get what you actually think you intend to use to them so that we can deal with that. We've got Mr. Ryan's motion to suppress the statement because of the incomplete Miranda. If y'all
Listen to this.
think that there is some law under which y'all can get parts of that statement in, I'm going to need to know that before Monday. We
Let's-
have Mr. Ryan's motion, which may have just gotten filed today, to exclude what they assert to be 404B bad act evidence that they allege is not really intrinsic evidence. So we'll deal with that issue. Mr. Huey's motion to exclude a photo ID by somebody, and the name's escaping me right now, but somebody who is since deceased. So if y'all think there's a way to get that in, I need that law also. The wiretap evidence, is that the same thing as the co-conspirator statements, or are there other portions of the wiretap universe that are also going to potentially come in?
There are other parts of the wiretap universe that are potentially
Okay.
coming in. And additionally, there are, in addition to the wiretap co-conspirator statements, as we mentioned yesterday, there were social media and phone dump data that we intended to provide as well prior to Friday with specifics.
Okay. All right, and then I believe somebody said they intended to file, but I didn't see anything filed yet, and maybe I'm not remembering this wrong, but there was a Bruton issue about somebody's statement. Y'all were going to try to figure out whether you could just redact it satisfactorily yourselves, so that's something we'll deal with next week.
Okay.
And then I have a note down that there was one portion of, I believe, the January 6th statement that has not yet been played. January 6th, am I right on that, or January 10th? January 10th statement by Mr. Copeland. What was the date? Whatever the January, not January, y'all, I'm sorry, June 10th? June 6th?
June 10th.
June 10th statement that there had been an objection that there was some, I don't know, comment about him having a gun, and maybe it was him, maybe it was somebody else. And the issue of if it was character evidence when it's a convicted felon that you're saying has the gun, and somebody was going to get me law and I never got any law. So if y'all still are concerned about that issue, that needs to get taken care of probably first thing in the morning, since that statement's going to get played tomorrow. And if you want to find something and email it tonight, that's fine. And then if we get around to it, maybe we can go over the list of the exhibits and what has been admitted and what hasn't. I think that is an awful lot to tackle next week. Think we're going to have a busy week. I hope we can get through all of that. Maybe not the exhibit list, but it's still out there to be tackled as well. So I want us to be ready to go on whatever those arguments are next week. I don't want next week for y'all to say, oh, I hadn't really gotten to that yet. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I think we're going to be filing a motion either late Friday or well, I should say by Friday. So it'll be a motion to suppress the first 2 hours of Mr. Kendrick's statement. So I don't know where the court wants to have that.
Okay. Why are these things just now being filed?
We had already, I mean, it's ready to argue, but
Well, then has it not been decided?
some of it has, and there's something we are asking the court to consider.
To what?
There's something new that we're going to be asking the court to consider.
Okay. Do you want to keep it under wraps or do you want to give me a hint?
You know, I think the argument is going to be, and my co-counsel, Mr. Weinstein, is going to be. Mr. Weinstein will be the one drafting and arguing it, so I don't want to.
You do want to keep it under wraps. You want it to be like, boom.
So essentially what we're arguing is that at the time that he gave that statement, we've learned that a attorney had been appointed to Mr. Kendrick and had filed something with the court. And so the state was aware that he was represented at the time and failed to.
Okay. Judge Glanville did rule on that, and he said that they could not bring that one in. So I don't understand what happened if he dropped the ball and not putting an order in, but they already argue the same thing. This is when Kendrick had an attorney, and they were questioning him. They were supposed to stop. Do you remember when Judge Glanville was doing all that talking about that? When he said he had an attorney, they were supposed to stop, and he was going in about, you know, they weren't supposed to question him once he said that he had an attorney. So that's what he's talking about. So I don't know if Glanville actually, Judge Glanville actually put in the order. It doesn't make sense for them to bring it back up. I don't know what happened to that. So that's what he's talking about. But Ava asked, are you able to read the jury in person? Does the judge seem irritated with the state? Yes, she seemed irritated. But guys, I don't know. Throughout my whole live today, I was giving y'all details of what was going on with the jury. So I don't know if you just happened not to see it. But I was giving details of what the jury was doing and who was doing what and stuff like that with the nicknames that I gave. So that's, I'm confused why you guys are asking those questions, and I answered those throughout the whole time. That's why I'm in there to give you guys up-to-date stuff of what's happening with the juror. But thank you for your super chat. But guys, y'all got to pay attention, because if I'm putting stuff out, it's like a waste of my time if you're not going to pay attention. I'm not trying to be ugly, but I'm sitting there trying to type and send stuff to you guys. Least you could do is pay attention. Christian says, Miss Sylvia, why is the jury off next week? Because the judge had given it to them. Judge Glanville had already promised them to be off because they were looking for some time, because a lot of them have, you know, they have kids and things like that. They would go, some have college kids that were going back to school, and some they hadn't had a real summer. Because of the case, they had 8 weeks now. So I guess now since they have had 8 weeks, the judge is basically like, okay, you can't have no more stuff. But they have appointments, they have all kinds of stuff going on in their lives. And they did mention that when they were trying to get off the case. And the judge made some promises that they would give them some time off. Will give certain days, they would leave early. He promised them that, but she's coming in and saying, no, you're not going to have that. People can't watch the comments all day. Okay. But you expect me to come in and give you the same stuff that I gave already. You want to be unfair to me, but when I ask y'all, okay. I'm only one person, y'all. I'm only one person. I'm only one person. I can't accommodate everybody. I'm only one person. Let's see. To be far, this is a recap. Money? I don't get it. You don't have to come. I don't get these people. I don't get it. You come in here, you complaining, and I'm like, you don't have to come. Yeah, I know my evening energy is totally different from my morning energy. My evening energy is totally different because evening I would be ready to just turn it off and just go to bed because my level of this is not it. Is not it. Because when you start attacking, I'll just shut down and just go on about my business. Because I don't need to be attacked tonight. I'm tired. I'm very tired. And I came in here for me to give you guys information of what happened because some of you guys are not in the courtroom. But I'm feeling attacked right now. I'm feeling attacked. And I can just go on about my business. Okay? Okay, you was asking about the victim advocacy. What was Charles like and about victim advocacy? Okay. He his attorney, I'm telling you guys, I was trying to tell you guys that I had not until I mentioned about the communication that he had no communication with Woody from the time I saw him come in. I saw him come in the morning, and I'm assuming that they must have just talked on the telephone. While I was typing to you guys, I know for a fact that my channel, my live was being looked at because while I was telling you guys about him, I haven't seen him talk to Woody. About a few minutes later, I see him going out there to talk to him. So obviously somebody said something to him about what I was saying in the channel. So it was kind of really, really weird because then he went out there to communicate with him. So that was kind of funny. It was really kind of funny on that part. Now the other question she asked was the victim advocate. Okay. The lady that was with Woody, I like to call him Casey. If that's okay, I'd rather call him Casey. Is that okay for you guys? Casey was Kenneth Copeland, okay? The lady that I saw with Kenneth Copeland is the same lady that brings Donovan mother in. That's the lady that sits with Donovan mother, which is the advocacy, the victim's advocacy person. I saw her outside in the hallway, and she had some papers, documents in her hand, and she was showing them to Mr. KC, and his attorney was not around. He just walked out the door and everything. He wasn't trying to explain the documents to him or anything like that. So I thought that was kind of strange. I thought it was kind of strange. So that was one of the things that was like, okay. And that's why I started typing to you guys and telling you guys what was going on and stuff like that. So okay, now I just came on to do this little short live, and I'm at 47 minutes in it right now. And I'm gonna take my butt off in a few minutes because I'm getting kind of irritated. And I know it's me because I told you I'm not an evening person, and some of the comments that I see is irritating me. So I'd rather just get my butt off of here because I'm not gonna be a nice person. I'm not, because I'm getting irritated, because I'm getting very irritated. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm getting irritated. It's a rumor what was it? Hold on a second. It's a rumor they had KC sign something. I saw them give him something, so I don't know if he actually signed it, but I saw the lady giving him, and she had a yellow tab on it, like a little tab, I guess, for where he's supposed to sign. So I don't know exactly. The other thing I want to tell you guys, how at one point, remember, Hilton said there was like 45 minutes left on the tape, right? And then later on in the evening, she goes and say it was an hour left. It was an hour. It was an hour left. Thanks, Nona, for the super chat. Hold on, my mother's calling me. Hold on. Hey, hello? Hello? Yes? Okay, sorry about that. She's calling me about Dallas because they're supposed to be leaving, and okay, what was I saying? I was talking about what was I talking about before she called me? Oh, I had just finished saying about how she said it was going to be only 45 minutes, and then she turned around after watching it for at least an hour. You say that it's gonna take. She's bothering. And it's almost 9 o'clock now. Yeah, but I'm gonna go put my clothes on because first I said we have to be there early. Okay. Let me go ahead on. Now, what was the other question you asked me about the victim advocacy? I was saying that's the same lady that be sitting with Donovan Thomas's mother. She's the one who sits with her. So she had a paper in her hand, and she was showing it to KC, Kenneth Copeland, Woody, the guy you call Woody. So I'm when I was telling you guys in the chat, something didn't. Hold on a second. Dallas calling me. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm still alive. Why? What happened? Okay, sorry guys. Okay, I'm gonna bring you up for a minute so you guys can talk about it. I'm waiting for what's the name to come up. Who was the two defendant that left to use the bathroom today when they weren't supposed to? that was Jeffrey, Jeffrey and Nichols. It was Jeffrey and Nichols. All right, what else y'all want to ask? Wasn't Woody wearing a jacket today? No, he wasn't wearing a jacket. He was wearing there go Nick. Hey Nick.
Hey there, Miss Sylvia. Woody was just in there telling you he love you. You ain't see the comment?
I didn't see Woody.
Yeah, he was just in the comment box telling you he love you.
Where he at? I don't see him.
Where you I guess you weren't paying attention to us.
You know, I'm they, you know,
I know you tired. I know you irritated.
I got irritated because these people complain.
So look, won't you just go on over here to the membership? You know what I mean? Cause you ain't got to worry about us not hitting the like button. Cause we gonna hit the like button. Cause we all members. You know.
But they complain, and it's like, but they don't do that to other people. That's why I'm
so
like,
get what? If you ain't got no hater, Miss Sylvia, you ain't popping. And right now you popping.
yeah.
Look how you just be real. Look how the views don't win up. We doing numbers over here. You know what I mean? And they gonna come use you for they all clickbait. They gonna come use whatever you got. That's why I'm telling you now. It's good for the ones who got a membership because you can put the T in the membership, and you can tell them a day or a week later was what you got because you got good tea because you actually in the courtroom. So don't get mad about what people over here saying. That's their job to get up and hate every day. You know, like that's what they do.
But you know me, in the morning I can rock with the vessel, but in the evening I'm like,
I know everybody can't go through that. But that's why that's the whole reason that you got a membership. Put us all over there on that membership. We gonna click in and we'll find out the tea over there. You ain't got to be harassed over here. This just this for the public. You get what I'm saying? So like, don't worry about that, cause we Team Sylvia. We gonna rock with you regardless. When you went down, we was in the comment just joning and laughing and kikiing until it came back up. Now I ain't gonna sit here and like I kind of clicked that, but I clicked back in because I knew you were there.
But you know what happened, right?
I went over the cat page. you know what I mean? Cat good people too, but I came right back once I seen you back on. You know, I was in here working my TV, my computer, my phone, my baby iPad, the food stamp card. I was using everything. Just make sure you came back.
Yeah, he's making me smile right now because I was irritated a few minutes. I was really like, okay.
But yeah, though, like everybody see what's going on.
It can't be unfair to people like Amber and people like her.
No, okay. Well, it ain't gonna be. It ain't fair. But Amber got somebody on the back line who she can hit and find out the info. You know, we all got somebody in the comment box who ain't got no membership, and them all folks. So it's up to us to let them know what's going on. But we need the key. You know, I'm sounding like an old man. We need the key. Because if we members, we the ones who deserve to know the tea about these nosy folks. We know these folks ain't right.
You're right. It's some dirty stuff that's happening.
You know, so that's the whole, I was thinking that's the whole thing of having membership for the ones who have membership, because there was a lot of people who clicked the membership today. So I feel like that'll be the news what need to be exposed over there for what you got, what you in there writing down. You know what I mean? It ain't for everybody to know, because somebody's gonna be jealous of what you know. The same way how you got haters out there, they gonna be jealous of what you know, and they gonna go try to switch the story on, even though we know it came from you. You get what I'm saying? So don't take these folks serious, Miss Sylvia. You doing a good thing.
You know how I am in the evening. I'm like, I shut down. It's like I'm tired, and I just like.
And I want to tell you, congratulations.
On what, the weight loss?
The
weight loss I'm happy about.
That too. But it's just the fact that, huh?
You talking about Spin Magazine?
Yes. Yes, that's a good thing. You know, you being seen. You being seen, and God is opening up a lot of more doors for you. Who knows? You might be in the big league. Them folks make you CEO AJC. You never know. You know what I mean? But you're doing such a good thing, Miss Sylvia. And that's just my opinion, that I feel that you should take the good tea over to your membership. But I would rather say, for real though, in that courtroom, AJ just put us up on game. We just heard a girl say, might as well lock me on up. We just heard somebody say that in the courtroom, and it was a juror. But I wanted to ask.
Wait a minute, what juror said that?
Oh boy, you need to go put your ear to the phone. AJ just gave us the rundown when he told you to rewind it back. You better put your ear to the phone. Boy, we heard something. Boy, we heard.
Wait, I didn't hear it. There go my boy. There he go. He was there. There go FBF.
What's up? How you doing?
Hey, FBF.
Can you hear me?
I seen him when he said in the comment box he was there with you, Miss Sylvia.
I was waiting on him to come because I wanted him to give some of that tea that you're talking about, because I wanted him to verify some stuff.
I had to get my hair cut after I left court today.
Oh,
you know, this is my only off day, and I was like, you know what? I got a chance to go see Miss Sylvia. I'm gonna go down to the courtroom.
Yeah, he did. I saw him, y'all. I got him a chance to meet him. Handsome young man too.
Listen, I asked Woody. I was like, Woody, where the courtroom at? He was out in the hallway when I had first got there. But I was just gonna say, the reason why I called in, I was gonna say, today I got a chance to see, like, you work really hard.
Tell them.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I paid attention to you because, like, it's not a lot of people in the courtroom, like, sitting down, other than the people who, like, really belong there, you know. But I got a chance to see, like, what you was doing. Like, you got to do a lot, and court is, like, really dragging. Like, on the live, when it get bad, I could just, like, sit my phone down, go back to my job, come back and check in, you know, kind of like see what's going on. But, like, they got the jury, like, running in and out of there. You got to keep playing with your camera because you might have to turn it, or, you know, I see what you're doing. You got a lot to do.
See, but they think I'm not working. You know what I'm saying? Because even in the morning, I put the big old camera up because if the camera guy's not there, I help him out. So, and then y'all saw what I did with Nick today. Showed Nick how to get in and let Nick get in with me. So these people, they come in here and they want to harass me, and then I'm just like, oh.
Well,
I want to cuss them out, but I'm just.
I'm not even talking about the idiots that's gonna come into the chat and like, you know, drive everybody else crazy and say crazy stuff. But, you know, like just the people who watch you, you know, it's different when you actually come in there and like see you. You know, today was the first day I ever met you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I got a chance to, you know, just see how stuff goes. You know, I've been in the courtroom, but it's different with them. Like these people famous, you know, so it's like it's a lot of stuff that's going on that you just can't see when you home. And I mean, I guess a little bit of the tea is on the live. It kind of seemed like the state and the defense are like just complete enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you actually in the courtroom with them,
They get
they don't really come across as hostile as it seems on video. You know, they work with each other. You know, because sometimes they have to. The judge ain't willing to, you know, work with them. So they still have to be able, you know, come together and work and stuff like that. But it was cool though. I was tired when I came home.
Now, did I not show you who's who?
Oh yeah,
As far as jurors, I gave
oh
you.
yeah, you called out. Listen, you called out everybody, but the famous girl that was sitting next to me. Like, you know, I don't.
Mariah, y'all. He didn't know who
Listen.
Mariah was.
So look, I don't have no social media whatsoever. Like none. You ain't gonna really find me nowhere other than probably on somebody's YouTube page. But so I don't know half of those people. You know, it wasn't just her. Somebody else came in that was famous because all the lawyers came and talked to him.
Yeah,
You know,
one
so,
of the rappers, a big sometimes rapper.
Yeah, so I don't know none of those people, but just as far as like how the court went, today was real draining. Like watching those videos, I think for everybody, like Woody, like everybody was drained from that. It was a lot of just watching and listening.
So, did you hear what he said when he was walking out the door?
What did I hear? What Woody said?
Yeah, it was a lot of choice words. Do you remember what he said?
Nah, I wasn't.
Nick even asked me, "Did you camera catch him saying that?"
I caught one thing. I caught him and Love talking in the courtroom today, and it wasn't aggressive. Like she asked him a question and he gave her an answer. Like, you know, that was what I call, you know, that's off the record. Can nobody hear that?
Now, what about his attorney? What did you think about that interaction?
I thought he was good as far as like, okay, so I don't know if they were showing him on the camera, like as far as like on the live, because okay, one of the bad things about coming to court with Miss Cynthia, with Miss Sylvia, if you're not like a part of the family or you ain't part of the media, like they confiscate your phone. So they gave me my phone back, but they gave me my phone like it was like in a pouch. So like I couldn't actually use it at all. So like the whole time I was in there, I was kind of like locked out from everything else. But I was getting a chance to see the case like firsthand, so I really wasn't missing nothing. But I didn't catch what he said when he walked out because I probably was talking. Like it was a guy next to me that kept talking. Like, so, you know, if he was talking to my right of me and then Woody walking out on the right of me, I ain't gonna hear whatever he's saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Sylvia, can I say two things before I go?
Okay.
I got two things. Man, what I was just going to say. One of them, what I definitely remember. Now, remember what I just told you about the part where agent told you to rewind it back. You got to put your ear to the phone like he said to hear when the lady said what she said. Lock me on up. But one of my cousins did times in the Fed. And I had a homeboy who did time in the Feds. And both of them basically said the same exact thing. They said what you can do is pick you one juror out of that bunch. And it's like when the state is talking, you look that juror in the eyes and you know, just make eye contact with them.
Miss Sylvia, I want to say something to him. Atlanta native.
What's happening?
So look, I understand exactly what you're saying, but let me tell you something, bro. I sat in the courtroom all day, right? and I couldn't see the jury.
Oh
It was just
wow.
like it's just like I was still at home watching the same live y'all watching. I promise. The only difference was I maybe didn't have a couple seconds delay because I was right there and I got a chance to see. But on the flip side of that, as far as like saying that you can look at a juror, like they got them positioned in a way where they could only see the judge and the stand, and everybody else kind of gotta like
Now,
you
if
know
you sat in the middle where I used to sit, in the middle, like where those offices are, where the attorney was, you
yeah.
could see all the jurors. But
But
because they don't want us to see them no more, they put us on the side where you guys are. Media
so
used to be in the middle.
so how long has it been since you haven't been able to see them?
Yeah, I can see them where I am because remember I'm a little bit closer. Y'all see it
Yeah,
clear.
it's
Y'all,
like a glare on the window.
yeah, you have a clear for where you sit at. Because when I sat back there with you, I was like, oh, you can't see anything. But
Yeah,
where I sit, the closer you can see them.
all I can see is a silhouette. I seen
Yeah.
somebody that had dreads. I saw somebody putting their hand on their head.
But you remember I showed you who Twister was, right?
Oh yeah, you pointed out everybody. You know them all.
Don't tell no more info, little bro.
I ain't
Don't
saying
tell no
that,
more.
bro.
Yeah, and hey, Miss Sylvia, thank you, man, thank you. Like I can already picture. I already know where this case gonna go, and it's a lot of big folks watching, just trying to see how they going to play these cards. And the way that they looking up there right now, they playing talk. They not playing spades or chess. And I feel like I said, this is my opinion. I feel like the jury already got their verdict. They gonna say not guilty.
And Mass moved her seat, y'all. She moved. She let Slinky take her seat.
All right, I'm going about my beat and let somebody else come up. Y'all have a blessed night, Miss Hill.
All right. But FBF, man, it was wonderful seeing you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I didn't know, like, when I woke up this morning, I was laying down like everybody else. I was like, man, I don't feel like going to the courthouse. But it was only like 15 minutes. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and go. But it was a good experience. I think anybody who can come down there, you definitely should.
At least one time.
Yeah, especially if you enjoy the channel. I think it's I definitely think it's beneficial if you enjoy the channel, because I had a good time. It was tiring though.
Okay, they said go back to 2730 to hear the juror. Hold on a second. They said, hold on, stay right there. They want me to go back to 2730 to hear the juror. 2730. All right, okay. Mute yourself so I can play it so they can hear it.
Okay.
Hey, love me. Hold on a second, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We just want to see what they're talking about with the juror. Oh, she sure did say it. She did say it, love me.
Yeah, I heard her say that. That was crazy.
Sure did say it. Oh, she did say it. Let me go ahead. Hold on. They want me to play it one more time. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
They be catching stuff up in here. What in the world? Hold on. They better lock me up then. I told you they were so upset. Hold on. One more. Hold on.
Thank you for your attention today, and we will see y'all at 9 in the morning.
Oh my God, she did say it. Lock me on up. Oh my God, y'all. They said it. Okay, go ahead, love me. Oh,
Good evening, Miss Sylvia. I just wanted to say I really appreciate everything it is that you do for us. I've been in the chat the whole time. My real handle is Cara, but I think earlier you misread some of the people's comments. Like, I understand you are not an evening person, but I just wanted to come on and clarify for the people who wouldn't join.
okay.
What they were saying was that they work during the day. I'm in your chat all day. I work, but my job doesn't require my attention all the time, so I can participate in the chat and still get work done. Some people are saying that they can't do that and they miss some of the things some of the things you say or you may type in the chat. They just thought, since it was the recap, that you were going to go over some of those things again. And I understand you are not entitled to do that. You're not. But some of the people just got a little offended because I don't know, I guess because you already had an attitude from whatever you got going on, your title, whatever, and they just felt a certain way. And I think the comments just came off not the way they meant it. I just wanted to clarify that for you because, some of the people,
But
y'all
the
were having some
way I read the comment, it's like, it's like, okay, so you're tired, like I'm owed to do it for them regardless of how I'm feeling. It's just like, okay, you're here to give me what I wanted to give, and that's it, So I'm like, okay, I'm tired.
I understand that. Yeah, you can't please everybody.
If you want the best of me, you could catch me in the morning. I'm that Sylvia, But when I've been sitting in the courtroom all freaking day long, and part of me don't want to come over because a lot of people ask me, Sylvia, can we get a recap? Can we get a recap? And I came out. So I do want some grace as well. You say they want some grace, but I'm only one person, and it's a whole bunch of you guys in here. And if a whole bunch is coming at me saying certain things, I'm gonna get into that defense mode, and if I feel attacked, I'm gonna retreat and I'm gonna go shut it down. I'm talking about mentally shut it down. So
I understand that. I just wanted to come up and let from some of the comments that I saw. I do get as trolls. I do get people coming here. I'm in your live every day. But I just wanted to clarify for the other people where you were missing, like you had your own phone calls going on, you got your own stuff going on, so you were missing some of the comments where people were trying to clarify. So I just wanted to come up and
thank you for
say what I saw. No problem, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. And I'm still on here. You see, I'm still on here, even though I don't want to be, but I'm still here.
Yes, ma'am, and we appreciate it. On my real name, I'm a member, so whatever you decide to do, I'll be in there either way.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Miss Ellis.
Hey, Miss Sylvia, I'm not mad at you. I don't care which way you do it, long as you do it, okay? But
Okay.
anywho, thank you so much for all your hard work. I know what you do is hard. People got to understand. You got early mornings, late evening. It's like being at a job all day, sitting up around a bunch of people you really don't want to be around. But what I was going to say to the young man that was on earlier, I didn't catch his name.
He's on here still. They both
okay. He made a very good point. And the only reason I'm saying this, I'm speaking from my own experience because I've been a juror on a jury multiple times. And that eye contact, it does make a difference if it's just but with one juror. And I just happen to be that one juror on one of the trials I sat on. It was a big drug trial in Arizona some years back. But I was the only, number one, I was the only Black on the jury. Most of everybody else was white. They were upper crust people. The young man that was on trial, it was him and his family. They were Hispanic. So I already knew which way the prosecution was going to try to go. But once he made that eye contact with me, he pretty much knew, because after the trial, we were able to talk. They were able to talk to us. And he was like, it was just something about you that I knew. But I was able to flip all the other 11 jurors over to my side. Because a lot of times people sit on a jury and one juror might hear something that another juror doesn't hear at all. That can change their mind. Now, I believe today, after what the judge did to them, and then after hearing what that young lady said, I believe as of today, the prosecution and the judge completely and totally lost that jury because they were promised one thing and they changed on them in the middle of the game. You cannot do that with the jury. You just can't. You can't. And that's all I wanted to say.
Well, remember when I was typing in the chat, I said they are pissed. I was typing in, I said they are pissed. And I didn't even hear that one say that. When I was just telling y'all they are pissed, because you should have seen them. It was like, I was like, I can't believe they just did that to them. Because the judge made them a promise that, hey, we're going to try to give you a day sometime during the week, because, you know, they had doctor's appointment, they have this going on, that going. Their lives have been overturned for what, since November?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And another thing people have to understand in a trial like this, most jurors see the judge, no matter how nice they are, no matter how their tone is, most jurors look at a judge as being in favor of the prosecution, 9 times out of 10. So once that judge screws up, it's going to reflect on now how they look and perceive the prosecution. That judge cost them this case today. If I had a thought any other way before this, as of today, she lost this case when she did what she did to that jury.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Hey, guys, please do not time people out for that long. Somebody just timed somebody for 86,000 minutes. Come on now. Don't do that.
Hey, Miss Hill, can I say something while she up here?
Yeah, go ahead.
So look, boom. I'm glad you was up here to speak on behalf of what I said about the jurors. But if you pay attention to it, I don't know exactly where it is. I think it's right after the girl walked out and she said that, and they turned the camera over to Thug. Thug caught somebody's eye walking out of that courtroom before they sat back down. Like,
I did see Thug look, but I didn't realize or pick up on the fact that that was probably what he was looking at.
From AJ just telling us what was just happening and we just paid attention to it, that's what I'm thinking who he was looking at, because he caught whoever it was. It was like they had eye contact for like 3-4 seconds.
Stop speculating. You don't even know who he was looking at.
Miss Silva, Lord forgive me, I smoke, but I ain't tripping.
Yeah, he was speculating.
All right, okay. Allegedly, he was looking at somebody.
Myself.
But yeah, like, it's just I pay attention to the little knick-knack pieces, but I didn't hear when AJ had done said it, but I'm like, man, AJ just playing about what he said. And he said, listen. And he said, turn your phone up and listen. And I put my phone to my ear, and little do you know, the girl said what she said.
When did he hear that? When we were listening to it just now or before?
No, before we even came up here and heard it, AJ had done said, the girl, you gotta get AJ up here. Get AJ up here, Miss Silva.
When it was live? When he heard it when it was live?
Get AJ up here. I'm ready going back down in the comment box with tablet.
AJ, get your butt up here. You're being summoned. Come on, AJ. Come on up here. AJ, criminal contempt. You know what? AL, y'all doing so much. You know these people already come at me, and y'all doing the 86,000 minutes hold on, folks. Don't do that. Nephew, you know better than that. Why did you time that person out for that long? You did that. You did that. You did that, nephew. Nephew did that, y'all. Hey, whoever that was, nephew owes you. He owes you a gift, membership, but they can't even get a gift because it's gonna whack them out. The person that's timed out, nephew owes you big time. He apologized. He didn't mean to do you that long. It was a mistake, but you can't undo the mistake. AJ, you gotta tell. Hey Jay, when did you hear it?
What's up? Y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. When did you hear it?
I just heard it.
When we were doing when I was replaying it?
Yeah, I'm mad because y'all subpoenaed me up here.
Eh, so wait a minute. You mean to tell me this is exclusive in here? Exclusive from Infamous Sylvia channel? My people did it again?
I don't know if it's exclusive to yours, but I'll tell you what I just heard. And that's why I would like turn your phone up and listen to her.
Y'all.
Cause you had said this morning that they was already mad.
They were pissed off. Y'all
So
should see
that's why I
their
was
face.
listening. That's why I said skip to the end. I was like, let me hear. Let me see if I heard that.
They were pissed off because even before they even got up, when she was saying it, when I tell you, I saw their faces, they were pissed off. And I turned around and I think FB, it was you that was saying something too? When
Yeah,
they were,
you turned around. You was talking about the jury. I couldn't hear what you were saying at first.
I was trying to motion to y'all. I was like, they pissed off. They pissed off.
I figured out what you were saying at the end, but I still couldn't see what they was doing.
But it's like these people are being held hostage, literally.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
even the O.J. Simpson trial had more structure and stuff to it. And my niece was a juror. Unfortunately, I have a lot to do with the law, as y'all have to see. But my niece was a juror on the O.J. Simpson trial. And what I never understood about this trial, being that it is considered to be a high-profile trial, why wasn't the jury even sequestered? Because if anybody thinks that those people have not seen, heard, or been told something in regards to this trial and what's being said and done when they're not in that courtroom, we're wrong. They know, and they probably know more than we know.
So look, I want to make a point of something that I heard and saw today. I heard, I don't know if you said it or was it the lady next to me, Miss Sylvia, but basically, I think you was like they had the option to be able to leave.
Yeah, I did tell you that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the lady next to me, right when you said that, the lady next to me said, "Yeah, but they didn't understand that though. They didn't get it. The judge didn't explain it enough to them."
Nope, they
And I was always taught wherever you at in life, like you got to ask questions. Like we kind of feel for the jurors because we see how long they've been there, but they in there. So if they got a question, I feel like they should ask the judge. If I didn't understand, and I was a juror, I would have asked.
So Sylvia, we heard what she said, but what is if you know it, what is the options for a jury who wants to opt out?
Well, they could say they could go back to the judge, say, "Hey, judge, I didn't understand what you said, but I can't unhear what I heard with you know what I'm saying? Why are you laughing at me?
I'm laughing too.
I mean, they could go back and say, "Hey, I can't unhear what I heard with Woody, and I'm biased about it, or something," you know?
No, not even just on that, on some just life. Like, hey man, my life schedule changed. I'm no longer available. Is that
my rent due, my mortgage due?
They gotta show proof. They gotta show proof. Just like remember the one that has that funeral next week? That one guy.
No, I'm saying y'all keep saying it's an excuse. There is no reason. There is nothing happened. I just no longer want to do this.
You don't want to do it no more.
No, you
give
can't.
up. You quit.
You can't do it that way. You have to have a reason for something like that. You have to have a reason. You have to have
Well,
a
they can, as a juror, they can go into a private meeting with the judge and tell the judge that after so long into this and what they are seeing is going on, they truly don't believe that they could be fair and impartial.
Yeah.
They can do that
I mean,
and be dismissed and replaced.
Be like, man, I slipped up and opened my phone last night, Judge. And shit, I don't like what happened. I mean, shoot, I don't like what happened. So that'll get them off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then they would just substitute in somebody.
They'll substitute until they get enough that's not enough for the number for a jury. So like they have to have 12.
So this is a question that I have. As far as with the jurors, basically, I don't know what I'm trying to ask completely. Let me see.
Slow it down, brother. We're with
Basically, if the jurors say, "Hey, I can't determine, or I don't want to be on the case no more," can they be like held in contempt, or are they just free to go? Like,
They're
what if
just
they
free
just
to
don't want to
go.
be
Be
there?
held in contempt if they just say I don't want to be here.
We got a jury later. Let her.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we are asking you, but I don't know.
Because
I serve on my one time, but as far as like the other time when I didn't serve because I had good excuses at my time, my job, I was the only one in my company, and it was a needed position, so they didn't. I avoided jury duty 3 times.
I don't think you should have said that out loud, Sim.
I did.
but
As your,
but
as your attorney.
but a juror can go into a private conference with a judge. Now, sometimes the judge will tell them, you know what? I'm gonna send you back out there and see if you can go ahead and try to be fair and impartial. And then other judges will say, you know what? I appreciate you being honest. At this time, we're going to go ahead and dismiss you. And then they'll replace them with an alternate juror. But a juror does have the right civilly to tell a judge. I mean, look how long this trial has been going on.
Not normal for their
It,
life.
it's yeah. And how can you be fair and impartial? They leave on a long vacation with one judge. They come back with the new judge, being told they're not going to be told why the old judge ain't there no more. It's just crazy. All of the
Do, do
everything
you,
that's being thrown on them. Then they come back to court thinking, okay, now we're back. Things are going to get to rolling. Then she turns around and tells them they're going to be out again. It's just too much for anybody to have to deal with, young or old.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, AJ, you dismiss.
But now I do have this question.
Uh-huh.
Now that we
All
heard the
right.
lady say what the lady said, we all heard it. Y'all think that the state is gonna come in tomorrow and bring that to the judge's attention?
They in my chat. They probably will. No, they probably won't.
Hmm.
They probably won't because they want to continue. Everybody wants to continue, but got to be with prejudice if you want.
This my last question, Miss Sylvia. And I don't know why you keep trying to hold on to it, because you said it, did it. Everybody get on another subject. So what did Woody say?
Yeah, he said some cuss word. I was looking for Nick to come up here and say it.
Can
He
you
was
give us the first initials of the cuss word?
MFs.
MS.
F as in
Oh.
Frank.
Okay. All right. I'm going back down in the comment family.
Yeah, they only have because they gave him what is it 3 to 6 months originally? That's what they originally told him, 3 to 6 months.
And what that lady said, if it is on tape or on record or anything, if it definitely will be used if they go to an appeal. That will definitely be used.
But will they put the juror thing? Because she doesn't listen to them. She only listens to people that's on record. She don't put the juror stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
take
yeah,
she's not gonna put because she gotta know who's talking. Because
that's true.
you have Love said this and Simone said that. You know what I'm saying? Steve
Right,
said
yeah.
this.
Yeah, that is true. That it would have to be on record. But we don't know if the court reporter did or didn't hear it.
So I don't think she heard it because she was standing up. Remember, she was standing up while they were leaving.
Oh, she was.
You see, look at her standing up right there. Look, see?
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
Go ahead. FBF, were you get ready to say?
I was gonna say, I
You know,
don't know if you, I don't know if this came.
there's 1,270 people in the bushes, and guys, I guarantee you somebody talk about it tomorrow. How much I'm going to bet, and not give credit to the credit of this channel.
You got to shout out Miss Sylvia's infamous channel.
No, you got to shout out to AJ for being a smart one in the infamous Sylvia's channel.
We got to lead them over here so they can know where he came from.
Uh-huh.
But what I was gonna say was, I don't know if it came across on the live or not because I couldn't see it while I was in there. But were they able to see when basically they was going to the bathroom and it really wasn't a break and she was like telling them to come back or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Did that show on the live?
No.
Okay.
It didn't show, but we saw it inside.
Okay, so I didn't know if that came across on the live, but like
Somebody says already on Twitter. Who put it on Twitter? Who put it on Twitter? Somebody just put it on Twitter?
Put what? I can't see the chat.
Somebody said they asked Weinstein.
Somebody just put it on Twitter?
I don't know, but somebody said they asked Weinstein about it and he wanted to know, how do they know it was a juror?
Because the what's the name is close to over there to talk, and there's no women other than Love and what's the name, and it's somebody that close to Mike.
So look, I'm gonna give one speculation, Miss Sylvia. It could have been the video that was playing, and I'm gonna say why, because I don't know what that girl said all while she was testifying to the detectives when she was talking to them, but a lot of times when they was playing around with
It wasn't playing.
So look, what I'm saying is a lot of times when they were trying to stop the video, they would stop the video, but the sound would be playing, or the video would be playing and the sound would stop.
Let's replay it again.
All right, let's hear it
Yeah,
again.
because the video wasn't playing.
But no video was playing. Hold on.
But anyway, so wanted to let y'all know those dates that I know right now. And then I want to remind y'all that you all need to decide the case based only on the evidence that you hear in this courtroom and the law that I'm going to give to you. And what that means is don't conduct any of your own research about the case. Don't visit any places. Don't try to find out anything from the internet or any other source about the case or about anybody involved in the case or about the law. And do not watch or listen to or read any accounts of this trial that might be in any news media, online, print, television, radio, social media, any of that. Stay away from all of that. And remember, don't discuss the case with anybody or allow them to discuss it with you. And that includes amongst yourselves until you get to the deliberations phase. Remember to leave your notes and notebooks in the jury room. Remember to wear your juror badges when you're coming to and leaving from the courthouse and any time that you're in or around the courthouse. Okay. Thank you for your attention today, and we will see y'all at 9 in the morning.
Now, who over there would say lock me on up? Nobody's close to the mic to say lock me.
Did you see the juror that you think may have said it?
I plead the fifth.
Because I'm telling you, I couldn't see him. I can't tell you who it was on the other side of
The
there.
fifth.
Good answer. Good answer.
I
Good answer.
plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Y'all ain't gonna get me caught out there.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
I could tell you all the ones I saw was mad. Oh,
How many would you say were upset?
quite a few. It wasn't Goober. Goober wasn't. It wasn't Goober. Somebody said she sound black.
I was gonna say the same thing. Is
But
there a black woman on the jury?
she definitely was black.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Somebody said Thug heard it too. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see Thug's face.
About the case or about anybody involved in the case, or about the law. And do not watch or listen to or read any accounts of this trial that might be in any news media, online, print, television, radio, social media, any of that. Stay away from all of that. And remember, don't discuss the case with anybody or allow them to discuss it with you. And that includes amongst yourselves until you get to the deliberations phase. Remember to leave your notes and notebooks in the jury room. Remember to wear your juror badges when you're coming to and leaving from the courthouse and any time that you're in or around the courthouse. Okay. Thank you for your attention today, and we will see y'all at 9 in the morning.
She said, lock me on up. They still talking at the end. You hear them getting down off the step. You hear them?
All right, y'all can be seated. I think we just let up there. It went out and it's back. Okay, anything?
I heard it. Hey, EMC.
Hi, can y'all hear me? Am I on? I've been in the back.
We can hear you.
Okay. I just want to say, I know that there's a lot like discussed, but a couple things that I guess kind of stood out today. And you know, on the little Woody thing, you know, I remember in his testimony yesterday, or when he came back and asked for a lawyer, and we know that the judge knew prior to him even saying that, like, I'm thinking is the only reason she did not say anything to him about it was because it's not mandatory that he has a lawyer. I mean, would that be an assumption that she made? Like, she probably would have went through the whole thing if he hadn't said anything. But is it mandatory that he has a lawyer? And she actually gave him legal advice on the stand when he asked. You said, I'm not going to be charged for nothing I say, right? He asked the judge that. All
Well,
right.
she didn't do it. She went and asked the state. Remember, the
And
state
then
is.
she referred to the state. And so, but that was legal advice. So I think at this point, she did. You already know his lawyer is suspended. Why? Like, why didn't she? Because she has in the past said, you should just go talk to your attorney, and he can explain it to you. But they proceeded with all this, and we know I don't believe what they said was true to him, because they said he asked about the state and the feds, like, can the feds actually, like, can the state actually, like, speak for the feds? Because that doesn't sound right to me. Like how you just gonna speak for the feds? Like, yeah, have y'all discussed this with the feds? I mean, what? So that's questionable too. But does anybody, like, on the panel know, like, if they can give him, or this immunity, and it does extend to the feds?
Well, as far as the feds are concerned, Georgia is the first state I've ever known, and I've lived in several states. I've never known a state to take up a RICO case. Usually a RICO case is federal. This is the first time I've ever even heard a state take a case. So that's one of the reasons I don't believe the feds have any desire to get involved with this, because of what we're seeing being displayed in front of our own eyes on a state level. The federal, when they come in basically knowing that they got you. They're not going to, the feds don't usually come in on a if, ands, maybe, and buts. Usually the feds, Woody already said he did 4 years federal time. So I just don't see it being a federal case. And then I was going to answer your other question, and then I forgot. Oh, when you said, is it mandatory?
Can the state actually speak for the feds? Like they do, they have to have that in writing of some sort, right? If they have to, as Melnick was his attorney, he would have liked to have seen this.
Nobody checked the case law on it. Nobody went back and verified that was accurate.
Right.
Essentially, that's what we're saying. It was just like, we told you something, but she could very much so go back and be like, she's not the law. She's just supposed to interpret it. So she might have been wrong. She's been wrong about a lot of things before.
Right.
And another thing, does everybody see like the overall picture of the justice system at this point? You know about the Karen Reed trial and what happened with that. You know about the Alec Baldwin trial and what happened with that. In the Alec Baldwin trial, when they found Brady material, it was just one thing. It was some bullets that they received.
Oh, she kicked herself out.
But people, I don't know how to word this, but trials are political. The courts are political. So a lot of judges and prosecutors do a lot of things because they're pushing for a whole nother position. Like even with Fonnie Willis. I mean, I'm quite sure a lot of people in Georgia, if they could go back and take their vote back, they would rethink voting for her, because it was for all the wrong reasons. It was political for her. And people on the outside looking in, like those of us looking at other states, we could pick up on that. For her, it was all political. I mean, how do you wait 15 years to bring a case like this forward? It just doesn't even make sense. And then when you bring it forward, you had all those years to put it together. And then when you finally bring it forward to put it before the people, it's nothing but utter chaos. None of it makes sense to me. And then her other question about a lawyer. Nobody is mandated to have an attorney. Anybody can step into a court and say they want to represent themselves. But everybody is entitled to legal counsel, and they're entitled to know they're entitled to legal counsel. You have people that go to court on a DUI, but they go with a lawyer because they know the lawyer knows all the legal jargon that they don't know, that a lawyer can get them past, that if they're speaking on their own behalf, they wouldn't be able to get past.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Sylvia, you got all these 9,562 people in the room, and why don't nobody else come up and give up their opinion?
That's okay. I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm tired. Cause y'all know I gotta get up at 5 o'clock.
One thing I was going to bring up, Miss Sylvia, was I feel like the employees of the state, like I'm speaking of like all the people who work in as far as in the courtroom, like they're just like us. Like they see a superstar. Like they don't, it's not like a regular person sitting in the courtroom. It's a different kind of atmosphere, you know. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit extra just because of who they are, but I'm not speaking in a bad way. What I'm saying is the state, they smiling with these people, you know, they want to see them, it look like they want to see them free. And that's usually not the atmosphere that you feel in a courtroom when you're on the defendant side. Like it seems like, you know, like everybody out to get you, but I'm just speaking for the workers that are around there. Like they seem like they genuinely want to see these boys get off of these charges. And I feel like that kind of atmosphere, like that spirit is going to be in the whole courtroom, even with the jurors. So I think it's going to be okay. My opinion don't mean much, but just from what I saw, it seemed like it's gonna be all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to make it back. I gotta work, but it seemed like they got a lot more days of court. Like she was predicting, they couldn't really give a prediction, but a lot of more witnesses to go. I feel like they started off with the best one.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm tired.
Have a blessed night, Miss Sylvia.
Yes,
Yeah.
Miss Sylvia. Hope you have a nice night.
My allergies started kicking in. Can you put the link up? What link? What link, Nick?
He trying to come on.
Oh my God, y'all. Why are they trying to come on and I'm gonna go to bed?
He feel like he gotta say something now. That's what's up.
Good. Say something. Oh, somebody just gave me a cash app. I didn't even see this. Hold on, y'all. Hold
See,
on.
that's that stay up money.
Hold on. Let's see who just gave me that cash app. Hold on. Yvette, hey, thank you. Pather. Oh, thank you for the cash app. Oh, Dominique. Hey, Dominique.
Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
hey, Sandy. Everybody coming up here. Y'all don't want me to go to bed, do you?
No, I'm gonna be real quick. How you doing?
Good. Go ahead, Dominique.
For the lady, she just made a comment saying that they took 10 years to put this together. What a lot of people not realizing is a lot of individuals were already charged individually for these crimes. It was certain things that happened that set this off. So before the indictment came, I don't know if you saw it. The guy George Cheedy had did an interview where he was saying he laid out the timeline of everything that happened, and I believe it was Eppinger that had did the killing of the police officer. That was
He,
the last thing,
he didn't kill the police officer.
or he shot him or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was the last thing that set it off, and they had him on a wiretap record and said that if he had to sit down for it, he didn't mind. So it was almost like he was bragging on it, and that was what put it over the top for them. So they had to do something to slow down the amount of things that were going on back and forth. I think mainly between the police and the DA, they just wanted everybody to sit down just to calm things down for a second. Even if they can't get them charged with things, it slowed everything down as far as between the two groups locking everybody up, which a lot of times unfortunately happen in the streets. It come with the streets. You you play in it. Sometimes I've heard the police say you might beat the charge, but I'm gonna slow your paper up. You're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose your car, your house, everything. You had to come home and start over again. It just happened with it. But that's all I had to say. Y'all have a good night.
Good night. Thank you, Brandy, for the cash app.
He made a good point though. He can run you out of business.
That's true. Go ahead, Tracy. Wait, Nick. You better wait. Go ahead, Tracy.
Hey, Miss Silver, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm thinking this whole case, I believe Michelle Kell was the target the whole time, even at the barbershop. I believe his name coming up more than anybody's in this whole case. I believe it's between Woody, that other guy, and Shell Kell. That's honestly what I believe. And I also want to say that judge is a lot of bark with no bite. It seemed like her and Love running the same play Glenville and Love was running. Like it just really seemed weird because I ain't never seen no. They got more deadlines than Dayline. It's she's not holding them to the fire. I mean, she ain't even did nothing to even set an example that she's the new sheriff in town to me. And it's getting real frustrating because they sitting here and when with Woody, if he was smart, and I'm not no smart criminal, but to avoid all these videos, he should have said, "Yeah, I said it, but I lied. Yes, I said those things, but I lied." That's all he got to say. Yes, and that would have kept them videos from coming in. But we all can't be bright. So That's all I want to say. I believe this is about Shell Kill. He seemed like his name is just everywhere all through this case. That's just my opinion, but that's all I want to say.
Thank you.
You have a nice night.
You too. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Mr. Sandy.
How you doing? Good evening, Sylvia.
Hey, how you doing, Sandy?
I'm doing good. I think this case is it's a lot about politics. As you guys know, Fannie and Hilton were in my state not too long ago, and I don't know if you guys are aware. Fannie got a big old check from my state. I don't know how much money she got, but I don't think you guys knew that. And there was a point I wanted to make with the jurors. Um, those jurors are very confused right now. Um, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Um, I just got in here, so I don't know what you guys are talking. I just want to say about the jurors. You guys, I know, go to court and see them. You guys have to be careful in the chat not to identify them because, like, jurors are protected and anything can happen to them and stuff like that. So, everything you guys are doing is fine, like the nicknames and all that.
But
We know their ages. It's
you
public record. Yes.
but you can't say you don't know who they are. You really don't.
Right. But we
I
don't want
don't.
it. We don't want nobody to slip up
But see,
and
even
identify. I'm not saying you.
but what I'm saying, even what I gave is not what
Yeah.
the person look like.
No, I know, because you have your Rule 22. Like you very experienced in all of this, but there's people out there that will go to the courtroom, they'll get in a chat group, and they'll try to identify the juror. You can't do that. You get arrested for that and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And
I'm gonna tell you right now, more than and not even to cut you off, Sandy,
yeah,
but more than likely, if somebody was to come to the courtroom from the chat, they're gonna be sitting in a certain area. Like they told everybody that when you come in there right now, I don't right now, Miss Sylvia, when I got there, you know you kind of got special courtroom privilege right now because you what you do. But I
yeah,
just came in there as a public person off of the street. And the officer up front, she asked me, she said, "Are you a part of the family? Are you a part of the media?" I said, "No, I'm just a part of the public." And she said that I could only sit on the back row. So
right,
that's why I went back there. But when
yeah.
you get back there, you cannot see the jury.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't see the jury. Like it's a shaded window. Like only thing you can see is a silhouette. So I could see that somebody had some little small dreads or something like that. I could see
But you don't
somebody
know
they
what
drink
the
some.
faces look like. You
Yeah,
don't know what
exactly.
the
It's
faces.
just a silhouette. Like if they take a drink of water, I could see they drinking the water and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then the last point that I want to make is about the state keep I'm not saying turning things late. It's just that that's their tactic to prolong. And now they have this judge in her pocket. I know we talked about she knows her case law, but Ms. Love and Hilton have her in her pocket. So I don't know what you guys got to say about that.
Hey, I got a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Now, after this case is over, now don't get me wrong. I ain't
Hmm.
downplaying nobody or nothing. I'm giving them their flowers. Thugger Daily. Don't nobody know who Thugger Daily is. But when it boil down to it, y'all,
He,
it's just
he
my theory.
he's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Oh, it's a
But
big person. Yeah.
no, we don't know that. We don't know that. But whoever that person is, what if it come out to be Paul Howard? We don't know who it is. And the information they get it before everybody else. So I just want to give y'all something to think about because I know I ain't playing. I can think crazy sometimes because my mind go 1,000 miles per hour. But it's just the fact don't nobody know who Thugger Daily is, and he be on his game or she be on his game. But I feel like there's Paul Howard behind that page.
Why you feel it's Paul Howard?
Come on now, come on, Miss Sylvia, you in Atlanta too. I shouldn't have to explain to you. I shouldn't have to explain to you. Just for real, for real. Like. Paul didn't like that old district attorney.
Because she did him dirty.
Exactly. And if I ain't mistaken, do you remember the lady who he slapped? Ain't she a part of their team too?
I don't know.
You got to go look that up. But the lady who he slapped in the courtroom, and he got off with no problem because he was the chief DA. But yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. My mind might be playing tricks on me, but I feel like that's Paul Howard. But I'm going about my bid back down to the comment
There
family.
you go again. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you,
Night,
Jennifer.
night.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you for Sandy. Black butterfly. Oh, where did she go?
I'm here. I'm here.
Go
Can
ahead.
you hear me?
Uh-huh.
So I came up. It was something somebody said, and because I was just being a listener tonight. And now listening, I done lost my track of thought. So I'm just going to say this, Miss Sylvia, I really enjoy your show. I come on in the morning, especially in the morning. I get on in the morning. You get me pumped up, ready for work because I work from home, right? And I turn you on, and you just be singing to us, driving, and you just are like, and I'm not a morning person. So I said, let me just turn her on, and you just, and like however somebody said maybe an hour ago, you may not be, like in the evening you're winding down, but in the morning you get us pumped up in the morning, you get me ready for work. Um, and then, I just truly appreciate you. But I can't remember why I came up here. So I'm not going to waste your time. But since I forgot, I do want to tell you that. And I feel like, I know you get the trolls and everything else, but don't worry about them trolls, because guess what? We come here for you. We come here for you, and I truly appreciate you. But if nothing else, when I remember, I'll put it in the comments underneath or whatever. You always respond to all your comments after the fact. So I know I've put a few in, and you always respond. So when I remember, I'm gonna put it in there, and I'm just gonna say good night, and I appreciate you, Miss Sylvia.
Thank you, Black Butterfly. But y'all,
All right,
I'm going to bed now. I'm going to
you
bed.
have a good night.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night, Miss Sylvia.
And y'all won't get no song from me at night. Y'all know me. Good night. Good night, everybody. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Good night, everybody.